Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. We begin tonight with escalating tensions in the Middle East, as U.S. President Donald Trump has indicated that the United States may deploy naval forces to safeguard vital oil routes. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump said he has directed the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation to provide political risk insurance and financial guarantees for maritime trade, particularly energy shipments moving through the Persian Gulf. He added that the coverage would be available to all shipping lines. The president further stated that, if required, the United States Navy would begin escorting oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz as soon as possible to ensure the free flow of global energy supplies. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the world's most critical oil choke points, handling around 20% of global petroleum shipments. The announcement comes amid rising tensions with Iran and growing concerns over the security of international shipping lanes. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says approximately 9,000 Americans have left the Middle East since the outbreak of war with Iran. Speaking ahead of a classified Senate briefing, Rubio said around 1,500 Americans are still seeking assistance to depart the region. The United States Department of State is arranging charter flights, military aircraft, and expanded commercial options, despite significant disruption caused by airspace closures and damaged airports. Rubio also confirmed that an Iranian drone struck a parking lot near the United States Consulate General Dubai, sparking a fire that was later extinguished. All personnel were reported safe. He warned that U.S. military operations against Iran are expected to increase in scope and intensity in the coming days, and urged Americans in the region to register for urgent assistance. Staying with developments in the Gulf, reports from the Washington Post and later confirmed by Fox News say a CIA station inside the U.S. Embassy compound in Riyadh has been struck in a drone attack. U.S. and Saudi officials state that 2 drones hit the Embassy of the United States, Riyadh, causing structural damage and smoke contamination inside the building. An internal State Department alert indicated that part of the compound was affected. There have been no immediate reports of injuries, and embassy personnel were sheltering in place while authorities assessed the damage. Turning now to Qatar, where authorities say they have intercepted a significant aerial assault. In a letter to the United Nations, Qatar stated it shot down 2 Iranian Su-24 fighter jets during an attack on its territory. The Ministry of Defense said the Qatar Emiri Air Force also intercepted 7 ballistic missiles and 5 drones launched toward the country. Some of the strikes reportedly targeted key energy infrastructure, including water tanks at Mesaieed Power Plant and facilities in Ras Laffan Industrial City operated by Qatar Energy. Officials reported no casualties and described the attack as a flagrant violation of sovereignty, warning that Qatar reserves the right to respond under Article 51 of the UN Charter. For more on the situation and regional implications, we're joined by our correspondent James Wood in London. James, what's the broader picture emerging tonight?
Chris, tensions across the Gulf appear to be intensifying rapidly, with multiple countries now reporting direct attacks on strategic and diplomatic sites. Qatar's claim that it shot down fighter jets marks a significant escalation, indicating state-level military engagement rather than proxy actions alone. The targeting of energy infrastructure, even without casualties, underscores the vulnerability of global supply chains at a time of already heightened instability. Meanwhile, diplomatic channels at the United Nations are likely to see urgent consultations, as regional powers brace for potential retaliatory measures. The coming days will be critical in determining whether this confrontation expands further.
James Wood reporting from London. Thank you. In a related development, Qatar's state security agency says it has arrested 2 cells allegedly operating on behalf of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps within the country. 10 suspects were detained, 7 reportedly tasked with spying on vital and military sites, and 3 allegedly trained for sabotage operations using drones. Authorities say they recovered sensitive facility coordinates, communication devices, and technical equipment. Officials added that the detainees admitted links to the IRGC and urged citizens to remain vigilant and report suspicious activity amid the heightened tensions. Elsewhere in the region, Syria has reinforced its borders with Iraq and Lebanon to prevent the widening preventing conflict from spilling into its territory. The Syrian army says it has deployed additional border guard units and reconnaissance battalions to secure crossings, monitor movements, and combat smuggling. The move follows rising tensions after the Israeli military struck Hezbollah positions in Lebanon in response to a swarm of drones launched toward an Israeli base. Meanwhile, Iraq's Kurdistan region has reportedly been affected by Iranian strikes. Syrian authorities maintain that the reinforcements are aimed at preserving national stability and sovereignty during a volatile period. And finally, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has criticized the United States and Israel over their conduct in the conflict with Iran. Carney described the war as another example of what he called the failure of the international order and faulted Washington and Tel Aviv for not consulting allies. While reiterating that Canada views Iran's nuclear program as a grave global threat, he called for a rapid de-escalation of hostilities and said Canada stands ready to assist diplomatic efforts to achieve that goal. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.